you missed it, but there's this hole in the sky up there that the lightning just came from, and like it just went. I don't know where it was, but it was pretty close, and it cracked kind of like overhead, like sounded like God, you know. It's pretty beautiful. Do I live this? I don't know. Not anymore. I'm watching this guy. He's a genius, and I mean that quite literally. Like, he's actually a genius, this guy. So yeah, go watch his channel. He's walking. He's it's funny because I started following this guy long before he even talked about going walking, because if he was doing Blender, like computer stuff.
Kind of do. Do you want the base of these leaves like down here?
Let me take a look. I think that this one will go about here, yeah. And it can overlap all the way.
With those?
Yeah. I mean, this thing won't be here. It'll have to get moved up to like here.
Yeah, I can cut it out.
And then this leaf, let me see how far around that wraps. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, this space right here. Whatever space is left over, we'll do with the creeping bellflower. It's just really important that this one's prominent, you know, so that people can see it.
Alright, I'm gonna start with the leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll place the flowers after and kind of
Sounds like a plan.
stop with that.
That's a good strategy.
I like to have it right next to it so I can see the thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's so tiny!
You're starting with the one?
Yeah, I was gonna see, if I need to thicken anything, I will. But
Shouldn't you start with the 3 for the leaves outline?
I'm starting up here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
then
I
yeah.
would usually start down here, but with the way I'm leaning over you,
I got you.
it's actually gonna make the most sense to start
move
with
down.
the top down instead of bottom up.
Sounds like a plan.
Just because it's kind of the opposite this time.
Yeah.
I'm about to use a single needle for the first time ever. Okay, real tiny. I might switch to a 3 if it's not big enough, but I'm excited.
Do you want me to film it for you?
Did you want a picture of this?
Yeah. It's already going.
Oh, it's going sweet.
Is this going on the blog? Possibly.
I have a whole vlog,
yeah.
It's up to, at least up to July 9th.
I'm gonna start, just so you know.
Yep. Have you started yet?
It started.
No, I'm joking. I feel it. It hurts.
I was gonna say, I know it's tiny, but I feel like this one you probably so cute.
So cool.
So far, so good?
Wee!
Oh, it's tiny. Thanks, Erica.
Oh, it's tiny.
Once again.
Yeah, I feel pretty honored to be the first.
But I plan on using these a lot as like, especially like a tiny detail and shading thing for a lot of tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels awful.
It feels terrible.
Yeah, this one hurts a lot. You were saying that this one wouldn't probably,
I
but
thought it wasn't gonna be as bad. I don't.
it may just be because I'm not looking at it.
Maybe.
And I can't follow it with my eyes. Because if my eyes can follow the pain, then it's no problem. But it's kind of just like this nebulous pain in my leg where I'm like...
Conversation, or do you...
Looks really nice.
So tiny.
Man.
You've suffered enough for the day.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh man.
I'm gonna wrap you up. See what I usually do.
Mm-hmm. I want to give a tour. I'm going to start with this. Those are my shoes. Those are actually my old ones. I'm actually wearing my new ones. Okay, then this is my wallet. Literally, and I fucking mean this, literally everything else in this house is not mine. Not mine. Literally none of this crap is mine. None of this crap, this entire thing is just filled with crap is mine. None of this crap here is mine. All this crap right here, none of it's mine. This thing's not mine. That's not mine. None of this shit up here, absolutely none of it is mine. Literally none of it. I don't own any of this crap. I don't use any of this crap. No one does. These fucking retard machines right here, not mine. All this crap right here, surprise, not mine. Look, there's a random fucking tennis racket. Absolutely fucking no reason. It's been here for weeks. Not fucking mine. This fucking crap right here, surprise, every single thing on this table, guess what? Not fucking mine. This fake exercise fucking gym, not fucking mine. I'm surprised there's actually any space right here. It's probably because someone pushed it and just moved it over here. Here we have all these fucking books. No one fucking reads these, not fucking mine. Look, another clutter box starting. Not fucking mine. Oh boy, let's go for a tour of all the food and all this like random fucking dishes that I don't use ever. Actually, this single white one, I actually did use that. Not fucking mine. Don't use it. Don't use it. Didn't make it. All this shit, didn't use it. Here, let's go in here. Oh, look, more crap in every single fucking hoarder's corner. All this crap. Look at this. This is a great fucking one. Look at all this fucking crap. Hate it here. They got like a whole lawn now. They got like they got cameras up now. They got these lights up, which are pretty cool. I've been, you know, I mean, this is so much nicer than it used to. It's like totally renovated. So today is the 15th of September, 2022, and yeah, it's coming soon, I guess. So that's pretty cool. It's coming along. It's looking great. The guy, you know, I haven't been talking about it. I mean, obviously the NSA knows what I'm planning. Or at least they have an algorithm that tells them that I might be planning something. You know, and it's nothing threatening. So I feel like, in some ways, obligated almost to speak openly about it. It's religious, you know. It's like, I'm definitely more fringe than I thought that I was. Because once I saw what the fringe looked like, I was like, oh, I see. Like, it's actually just banned on YouTube. Like, it does exist, and there's enough of it out there that there's, you know, I don't want to call it a thriving economy, the way that the ad revenue stream kind of bulges its way into the feedback loop behavior algorithms that YouTube prospers to create. You know, but there is definitely some, we'll call it modus operandi, that it isn't just algorithmically sound, right? Like, it's like, it actually is about, you know, there's a revenue generation aspect to it, and then there's like a people who like legitimately have, maybe it is that God put it in their hearts, right? Just whatever reason that it is, God put it in my heart to be here. And there's those people that are out there really trying to make a difference. And I think I'm going to be one of those people soon. And I think it's important to kind of fight for the rights of the people on the right scale to make a difference. And I think that I definitely can make a difference more than on the individual scale. And that's something, you know, even if it's a small niche issue that I choose. It's like, you know what, some people are choosing to play Digimon, right? I'm choosing to stand out here and bicker with the police. What the fuck do you care? It's not actually wasting your tax dollars. You know, I wonder how much of it is hush-hush, the way that the doctors used to think that it was when the companies realized they could pay it off. It's like, bro, we could just get them addicted to thinking that they need medication. If they think that they need medication because we can convince their parents that it's the only way, it's like none of the elderly ways had worked. But now you, a strong, superior, modern woman, can make the decision for your child. Put your child on meth. That's right, ma'am, meth. Your kid will be kicking and happy, screaming and crying. It's ridiculous, you know? And it's like, and people did it, you know? They got suckered into it. They got suckered to fucking up their brains so permanently that they don't even, like, they're like, oh, you know, the longitudinal studies that they've done. How many people have affirmatively been helped by this practice of medicine that you're just gonna down talk because you don't get it. I won't stand for it. I'm gonna keep taking my SSRIs even after it gives me a bladder ache and a headache and it fucks up my sleep, but by golly, I'm happy now when I go to work. You know, it's ridiculous. And it's like, listen, if that's you, not the shit on you, it's just that, you know, maybe don't down talk the rest of us, you know, for our alternative medicine. It's just woo science. You guys are just, you don't even follow science. And yeah, there's a lot of fucking wacky people out there that don't follow science. And look, they're alive too. You know, yeah, maybe there's a couple of total whack jobs out there that are choosing no chemo, right? But who are you to fucking judge them? Most people don't even have access to it. Maybe they're just sick of it. They're like, yeah, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Yeah, they could try to live forever and take chemo, but maybe it's not, maybe they're just not that smart. Maybe they've been fooled into believing that lavender or niacin, right, will cure them, right? And there's enough people out there that, you know, you could probably sell them some lavender or niacin or fucking spiritual cleansing sage to go walk from room to room to banish a ghost. You know, people are going to believe what they're going to believe. The point is that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that the pharmaceutical companies are sacrosanct and would never lie to us. That's what the new Constitution says, right? Like, it's like we've based our entire system of moralism surrounding the mental health system, where we use that term pejoratively and retributive. Like, I'm just going to get you Baker's acted. You know, they're out there winning hearts and minds, right? Well, they won mine. I know that. When, you know, Daddy Dare came in and was like, don't do drugs, son of Israel. Well, actually, they didn't call me that in public school, but that's always how I felt. I was like, oh my God, that's David. That's like that's like our top sergeant. That's like our dude, right? Like, ooh, Daddy Police, ooh. Mr. Militarism, he's gonna save the day. G.I. Joe. Right, I was totally about that hype. Why wouldn't I be? That's what all the boys were into. They're all like, oh, daddy. Right, and all the girls were just like playing with their fucking hair because they didn't give a shit. But, you know, I mean, they were made to care based on what they were graded upon, so they learned it. And they learned to be submissive to the boys, and the boys learned to be submissive and bootlicking of the cops. Oh, hey there, kids. Did you know we're your best friend? Anyone want to come up here and touch a snake today? Raise your hand if you've ever been in handcuffs. Does your daddy live at home? Does he do meth? Like, who the fuck is talking to your kids, you know? Like, where are you coming from? That's the kind of question you should teach your kid to be prepared for. Not, oh, well, you shouldn't do methamphetamine. You should just say no. You know who I learned that from? It was the president's wife herself. You know, it's like, once you dispel the propaganda, once you realize that the machine is just a machine, that the people speaking are not really representative of, first of all, an equitative system, if that's something that you do care about. But second, that they're not even, that the people that are supporting what they're saying in the moment don't even necessarily understand the machine itself. I need a TOS auditor, and it's really a simple job. It's like, you don't have to edit. I'm not going to really even be able to pay you for your editing skills. If you want to edit and make it better, like, sure, just don't really take my words out of it if that's okay. Unless you have to, and that's why I need a TOS auditor. Like, if I go too far, and you know, we're not talking about the ones that fly in the sky, you know, and you get canceled for that joke. But that's my point, right? Like, you actually do get canceled for that joke. And so I need to know where the line is between, you know, like, getting canceled. So we're at Anley Pond, and I've been moving the whole time the sun's been setting, right? I've been moving, and it's going down pretty quick because I had left 2 of these not even like 10 minutes ago, and now it's like I almost have to move again, you know, just to keep in the sun. Today it is 5:12, Thursday, September 15th, 2022. And yeah, it's like one of the very last days of summer. But truly, that's the truth. And, wow, what a year. I don't even know what to make of it. It's just been so much. I haven't even had time to write or process in years. It's been a real lot. It's been a lot. It's time to start putting some order and structure to things. So this one right here is it's also known. It's Longidia. Is that right? Longi. S something. I don't remember what it is. Longidia maybe. Something like that. But it's smart weed. And but yeah, anyways, so like I do a lot of relatively successful things that don't really get me anywhere. It's kind of like spinning your tires in mud, right? Now, what I need people to understand is that I'm not a show producer. I mean, it's worse than that. I'm an anti-show producer. I'm still a producer. You know, the production is still happening, but I'm not really making a show, right? Like, okay, so to explain what that means, if anyone has ever heard of like an anti-joke, right? Like an anti-joke is like, if you haven't heard of an anti-joke, you have to just go Google it. Go Google an anti-joke right now. It's kind of like a dad joke. It's like, or not that it's similar to a dad joke. It's just that it's like a specific genre of joke that just like isn't really a joke. That's why it's like an anti-joke. Like, what do a dog and an elephant have in common? They both have trunks, except for the dog. Right? Like, it's just like so stupid. Like, sometimes people will be like, they have 4 legs, and I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, what? Or they'll be like, well, they're both animals. And I'll be like, yeah. But you'd be amazed, first of all, how many times that people legitimately don't have a good answer. Like, they're trying to come up with something witty. Like, and it's just like, it's an anti-joke. Like, it's just fucking with them. Like, there's a bunch of those types of anti-jokes. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. Because they don't really stick out as jokes, right? They don't stick out as funny. They stick out as anti-funny. It's like you're trying to be so funny that you hit meta-irony. Like, you're it's ridiculous. And that's kind of how my show is. So it's like on one hand, I'm a right-wing troll, right? Like, and I make no apology for it. Like, people are frustrated that that's an accurate description of me because they're like, oh God, but you're one of us. It's like, yeah, but I mean, like, the same way you get, like, quote-unquote Uncle Tom gays. You can't say that. But the same way you get those folks, not everybody is completely indoctrinated into liberalism, right? Like, it's like, who knows if that's even a real person typing that in the comment section? Like, or if it's just a bunch of MK Ultra bullshit, a bunch of like modern day brainwashing for the future generation to not even be able to make sense of the world because they just don't know what's real and what's not. Because, you know, on one hand, it's like you wouldn't have an account like libs of TikTok if there wasn't enough material to make libs of TikTok. And, you know, I mean, the content is appealing because, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, the dumb shit that desperate people say, it's just like, it's the same way that a sovereign citizen is like, oh, I was traveling on the road, the Supreme Court of this and that. Like, it's like, yeah, you all got your rhetoric, but it's just so mundane and inane and asinine and just narcissistic. The people in the comments have properly identified the mechanism through which that people get off espousing the dogma that they do as if it's prophetic truth. Right? They're like, gender, this and that, my subjective opinion, this and that, and everyone else is wrong, by the way. And it's just like, people just don't care to think that way, right? Like, they see you as what they see you. You aren't going to stop bigots from being bigots. You may be able to change the hearts and mind if you're, like, trans, for example, by, like, I don't know, not being complacent and trying to fit in and being an Uncle Tom Tran, like I'm accused of being. But by just speaking out and actually like speaking your mind and telling the truth about things instead of just trying to like lie about who and what you are, you know, and that, yeah, honestly, that doesn't necessarily help, because like say you're like a Jew, like, I just want to fit in, you Nazis, just let me fit in, I will profess my truth, I will talk the way that you want me to, won't you accept me? It's like, that's just not how bigotry works, right? That's just not, it's not the same thing. But at least in my culture, and I'm blessed to live in the North where this culture is the predominant culture, people aren't hung up on the religious aspects of being a bigot. And that's really what where I see the issue, is that like it pretends to be I should probably get my stuff, I'm gonna walk this far away. It pretends to be, you know, this like enlightened movement of just like, gosh, I just can't believe what the libs on TikTok believe. It's just so terrible. Can you believe these mentally ill degenerates? Can you believe it? And it's like, yeah, I mean, I can believe it. Like, it's pretty clearly not the dominant culture. They're not winning that culture war because it isn't because of the fringes, right? It's because the people that are just like, we just don't need to capitulate on every little point. Now, I think that there definitely is some points that should be conceded in public school, and those are dangerous discussions. That's why that's where the current affairs of like groomers and stuff like that, the term groomer. This lady is still calling her dog. Maybe she's training it or something. But anyway, suffice to say, there's enough content out there that makes the left look bad. And of course there is, because if you look at every freaking person that says every stupid thing that they say because they're just desperate and they're kind of stupid, yeah, you're going to be able to find a bunch of fringe people. But the thing is they're able to take that and twist it to make it seem like the people who are actually trying to make a difference, right, are as crazy and deplorable as those people are. And it's like, any more than most of the right-wing Nazis that are making these posts would literally march in jackboot step? I don't know. And I'm not trying to make apology for them. It's just, we're not dealing with that level of fringe. We're dealing with just like, God, I cringe to use the word centrist. But we're dealing with the civilian non-combatant, I should say, branch of religious, generally, conservatism. Like, it has definitely corrupted the minds of hundreds, if not millions of thousands of people. Millions of thousands, like that's billions of people. Right? And it could just be that the mind war that's being fought, it's like anything they can use to blow up any single mind that they can, they're doing. But the larger trends are where it has to be. Wow, I'm not going to sit here because the sign ruins it. Or actually, I'll just sit up so I can see over the sign. Ah, yes, that solves the problem entirely. So, you know, I get it. Why something like that is popular. But I get frustrated because you can't do anything to stop it. They're using your own words against you. We have to start using their own words against them, right? That's what you'd think, right? But the thing is you can't do that because it's just fighting fire with fire. Like, they're over here, like, if they use the N-word, for example, you can't exactly, like, use the N-word back, but appropriately, to make a better point, right? Like, it just doesn't work like that. Anyways, we'll be back after this.